All right, hey, this is Brent Leary, and I think this is day 3 of being at Financial Force's Community Live event, and I'm here with Austin Rohr, who is, I want to make sure I got the title right here, Product Strategy Manager for the PSA product.
That's perfect.
Hey, thanks for joining me for a couple of minutes, man.
Yeah, no problem.
So before we jump in and start talking a little bit about PSA and CRM and all this kind of good stuff, maybe give us a little bit of your personal background.
Yeah, so I've actually been with the product for about 9 years. I was one of the first 3 clients to actually adopt it before FinancialForce owned the product. So from there, I've gone through a few other clients, and now I'm working here as a vendor. So
very cool. So I talk a lot about CRM, but maybe there's some folks out here that kind of watch the stuff that I do that doesn't know that much about PSA. So maybe you could give us a little bit of like a high-level view of what PSA is.
Okay. Yeah, so traditionally, CRM, you kind of manage the sale. Then something happens, and all of a sudden your client's in support. We're that something in the middle. So that's the easiest way to say it. What our PSA solution does is it not only looks at just general project management, but it shows you how your business is performing from a professional services standpoint. We look at utilization, forecasting, skill, talent management. It's kind of that's our sweet spot, if you will. So.
And just so people know what it is, what does PSA stand for?
Professional Services Automation.
Yeah, gotta put that in there,
The world of acronyms over here.
So tell me a little bit about how PSA and CRM kind of coexist and help each other out.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't see why you would want professional services starting with a sale, but there's a lot of value in that because as soon as you start exposing, what the deal is being sold to the people that are going to deliver it, you inevitably deliver a better product. So not only are you delivering a better product to your client, making them happier, you're also more profitable because as you're going through and working that sale, you're able to see, okay, we're selling the right scope, we're not selling the right scope, maybe we're discounting our rate too far. You get all that ironed out, and like I said, you're going to deliver a much better product and be more profitable. And then in addition to that, if you can start actually staffing that project before it's a project, so staffing it while the deal's working, it gives you even further optics into what your utilization capacity is going to be. So if you need to make hiring decisions because maybe you're going to be out of certain skills 6-9 months from now, you have the optics and the power to do that.
Right.
So when you tell the client, hey, you're going to close in April and we're going to kick you off May 1st, you can actually deliver on that because you're going to have the resources available to deliver.
Talk a little bit about one of the main themes at the conference around this whole idea of the new services economy.
Yes.
Tell us what that is and tell us how PSA fits into that.
So the new services economy, we love it. I kind of kicked off a little conversation here with earlier. We used to be just that middle piece in between sales and support. That's not the case anymore. Every organization is looking at professional services as not only a revenue generating business now, but also it needs to be predictable, and they're adapting different business types. So we're starting to see the emergence of managed services, your traditional time and materials, a lot of SaaS-based services are coming out now. So, we just have to make sure we're agile enough that we adopt with where the market is today and then where it's going tomorrow.
And how does this fit in with the other kind of term that got tossed out at the keynote? Speed being the new currency.
Speed being the new currency, that's right. The faster we can deliver a project, the happier clients are, and typically the more profitable you're going to be. So the faster we can get you from that sale to kickoff to completion, it's all good stuff.
And then finally, what kind of new opportunities does this combination of PSA and CRM, having the automation of PSA combined with CRM, how does that help with pursuing new business models and new business opportunities that maybe you might not have picked up on?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So, like I said, in today's world, the services economy is changing. So now you're able to identify, what we kind of call white space. So think of the consultant or project manager being in with your client implementing product A. And as you're implementing that, you have a meeting with the CFO to talk about something, and you identify a need for product B. Since you're on the same platform, you hit generate opportunity or scope change, it goes over to sales, they can start chasing it. So you're not relying on an email to go somewhere to get lost. You're not saying on piece of paper follow up in 6 months when they're going to be ready for it.
Right.
It's there, it's a record, so it's going to get actioned.
Very cool. And then let's talk about the future. What are we going to be looking at or talking about a year from now with PSA and the combination with PSA and CRM?
Yeah, so with the changing services economy, right? As that changes, it's going to be more and more difficult to be predictable. So that is going to be a big focus for us. You're going to see a lot of really neat things with Einstein Analytics. We were out with Salesforce earlier this year looking at Wave. We piloted a few things with them. You know, it was neat. We kind of sat back and we looked at what PSA is and what we want to deliver, and we came up with a few different lenses and dashboards, and for the executive down to the project manager.
Yeah.
So looking at PSA, but then you couple that with the CRM. Take the white space example. If you have the intelligence to go through and look at everything that you deliver to everybody, you start to identify the gaps where there's opportunity to go sell back into your client base.
Very cool. Well, hey, awesome. Appreciate the time.
Yeah, no problem.
And where can people learn more about what
FinancialForce.com. Go out there to the website, schedule a demo, check out what we do. I'm more than happy to talk to you.
Great. Thanks, man.
All right, thanks, Brent.
All right.
Good?
That worked.
Cool.